Boys and girls, today we are going to be building upon what we read yesterday, the text Nature's Preserve. And our topic today is asking questions and the author's opinion. Our target is we will be asking questions before, during, and after, and using strategies to think about our comprehension. We're going to be reading to explain the author's opinion and the central idea. When we read Nature's Preserve yesterday, our focus was identifying the central idea of a text. Well, today we are going to look at asking and answering questions before, during, and after we read. When we ask questions before, during, and after reading, it helps us make predictions. It helps us clarify things that might seem unclear. And it also helps us to think more deeply about the text that we are reading. So when you're asking questions, you may be asking yourself right now, what types of questions should I be asking myself? Well, some questions that you should be asking is what's happening? What will this be about? Where in the text can I find an answer to my question possibly? If you're reading about a person, you may ask yourself, well, wow, who is this person? And why did the author actually write this particular piece of text? So as you are moving through, just as you do when you're watching movies, let's say a scary movie, and you're asking yourself, oh my gosh, why did she run into that building? She knows that, the monster or the killer is going to find her there. She's put herself in a corner. Why would she run into a corner? So you're asking yourself these questions automatically. And as readers, you probably already do it. But today we are going to really be focusing on doing that, okay? With our text, potatoes on rooftops forming in the city. Also, we're going to be looking at the author's viewpoint. We talked about this in depth for the last 2 weeks. And the author's viewpoint is basically, just as a reminder, the author's opinion about a topic and how the author feels about the topic, okay? So we kind of have a trifecta here today. We're going to be asking and answering questions. We're going to be reading to identify the author's viewpoint, as well as going back and looking at the central idea, i.e. the claim. Remember, we talked about claim, reason, and evidence. And just as a review or a friendly reminder, the central idea equals the claim that the author is making. It is the statement that he or she is making about something, not just listing a topic or summarizing, okay? And normally an author's claim is made up of the author's purpose, added to the main thing that the author wants us to know, understand, or do based on the information that they've given us in the text, okay? So when the authors are creating their claim, right, remember they combine two things. They combine what they're writing about and what they have to say about it, okay? So I put here at the bottom, there's an example of a central idea versus a topic and an opinion. So a central idea could be success is defined as the ability to find happiness and meaning in any situation that you find yourself in. The topic of that central idea or that claim is success. It's all about success. That statement that I just read is about success. That's the topic. Well, the author's opinion or their viewpoint is finding happiness and meaning in any situation is what it means to succeed. Okay? So as we go through our story today, potatoes on rooftops forming in the city, we are going to once again be looking at identifying the author's viewpoint about farming in the city and on rooftops. We're going to be asking and answering questions before, during, and after, as well as practicing or reviewing the skill of trying to identify how the author feels, or the statement, I should say, about how they feel about farming in the city. So what I would like for you to do now is to go ahead and log into Rapid ID, and you guys are going to go to your assignments tab, and I already have the text there for you, and you're going to click on My Book. Okay, it's right here. You're going to click on My Book, Potatoes on Rooftops, Farming in the City, and then you're going to click the Start button. As a reminder, remember you can play the audio to listen to the story, and you can turn on the highlight feature as well. So as the words are being read, they are highlighted so that you can keep your place on the page.